Yo! Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be looking at some tattoo horror stories. We're going to start out on Reddit. I don't know. Excuse me. Don't be so rude. Come here. Come here. This is who's making all that noise. She's so wheezy. We think she's got asthma. But I don't think they do dog inhalers, but we'll find out. She hates me recording so much that she has to leave for the video. Anyway, we're going to start out on Reddit. So what are your tattoo horror stories on r/askreddit? First one. Oh man. I hate when they start out. Oh man. On my 21st birthday, my friend and I made the spontaneous decision to get matching tattoos. They were small joke tattoos that we were going to get below our bikini line, so it wasn't like we were looking for the best artist out there, just someone who could get a this is a really bad idea for me because I can't fucking read. We were looking for the best artist out there, just someone who could tattoo a couple words without fucking up. We found this tiny little parlor near my friend's place that had availability. This was before the time of Yelp and such, so we just went out. We just went without any idea of what we were getting into. We get there, it seems relatively normal. Only one guy was working, and he looked like death. He looked like a death rock version of Filch from Harry Filch. Fuck me! This is a terrible idea. A death rock version of Filch from Harry Potter. Who the fuck is that? Let me Filch. Harry Potter. Oh. Maybe I would not want to get tattooed by this man. But whatever, seemed fine. Anyway, it was on the chair, on my stomach, and he's already tattooing when I look up and see an amateur photo of dogs. Amateur photo after photo of dogs covered in tattoos, like real ones. These were dogs he had tattooed. Like I was getting tattooed by someone who had the fucking audacity to subject dogs to tattoos. And before you ask, these were definitely personal photos, not just something he found. He was even in some of the photos. Not only that, but most of them were pit bulls and they had trimmed ears, which I am against. Anyway, I sort of wish I'd have gotten up and left, but I was 21, didn't have the courage or inner rage quite built up yet, so I ended up just calling the Humane Society. Turned out there wasn't, although I think the law has changed since then, but his shop isn't open anymore from what I know. What the fuck? What do you mean you tattooed a dog? Multiple dogs. My dog won't even eat anything vitamin shaped, so for a dog to sit through a tattoo, that's one brave ass fucking hound. And also really bad, don't do that. Not that any of you guys are gonna just start fucking randomly tattooing dogs. I don't know why I'm like, guys, don't do that, please don't do that. You're not gonna fucking do that. That is actually insane. That is insane. Oh, the poor little fucking animal. I bet they look hard as fuck, I'm not gonna lie. Also that, I'm like, that's actually really cool. And then I'm like, no, it's not, it's animal abuse. But I'm like, bro, if I was walking Honey, and we walked past his dog that was tied up, she'd be intimidated. Getting a tattoo in my living room was a horrible experience. It's off-center, has terrible scarring, and he gave me shit when he made me shit when I told him about it. Don't get bootleg tattoos. Well, what do I keep telling y'all? Stop doing that. You can't have like a mobile tattooist, in my opinion. I know some people probably are mobile tattoo. I just think you can't, because people's houses, like, some people's houses are rank, some people's houses are actually disgusting, and I would not want to get tattooed in their house. Like, mobile hairdressers and stuff like that, that's okay. As long as you've got, like, a sink and, like, you know, the space to do it. It's probably not nice either. Like, I wouldn't want to do it as a tattoo artist. Like, I wouldn't want to go to someone's house, because I feel like in a studio I'm safe. Whereas, like, if you go to someone's house, like, you're not that safe. You're really not that safe. What if they just decide, like, oh, I'm gonna, do you want to just go into that back room? Or like, what if you go in their toilet and the toilet's rank? Like, it's got skiddies up the bowl and stuff like that. No, thank you. A tattoo horror story. A tattoo horror story in 3 words. Ex-wife's name. Okay. Well, I got a popular culture tattoo on my calf. Spelled wrong. Right when I turned it, I can't even say that that's spelled wrong because I have literally read everything wrong so far. I got a popular culture tattoo on my calf right when I turned 18. 7 years later, I don't identify with the symbol anymore and I hate wearing shorts. What is a symbol? What is a symbol? That's what I want to know. And I hate wearing shorts because people see it. I should really get a cover up, but the calf is such a shitty location for the tattoo. I think calf is a little bit painful. When I had mine done, I was almost kicking my tattoo artist straight in the jaw, and I felt really bad for it, but I sat through it like a champion after that. So, but yeah, calf is a bit of a painful one. Just, you know, think about stuff before you get them done. Girl standing in front of me in the line last summer, she had a tramp stamp and she wasn't horrendously gigantic, so my eyes were drawn immediately to it above her jean shorts. What do you mean she wasn't horrendously gigantic? Is that a compliment? Are you trying to say that this girl's she's not thick? Okay. Then I noticed what it said, under 18. And I thought, what the hell does that mean? And then I thought, oh my god, is she? And I was mortified. She's above 18? Or less than 18? I don't know. But why are you looking at that girl's arse anyway? And why are you admitting that online? Don't do that. You just outed yourself as a paedophile, basically. But yeah, dude, like, maybe you didn't need to put that. Half naked getting a thigh piece at a certified shop, and in walks my ex. Who I hadn't seen since he dumped me because I wanted to hang out at the skate park more often. What? Sorry, what? You got dumped because some dude wants to hang out at the skate park. Bro, dodged a bullet, alright? Think he turned around and left. Nope, he started telling me all about his new girlfriend and his latest drunken adventures. For 2 hours! Bro. Why didn't you just ask someone to kick him out? I'm not being funny, but if my client was uncomfortable in the studio because another customer or like someone else was like pissing him off, I'd ask that person to leave. I'd be like, get out. You're pissing both me and my client off, and that's not fair. And also, if someone says it's like, oh, that's my ex-boyfriend, he's really weird, can you kick him out? I'd be like, hell yeah, I've had some weird ex-boyfriends, so I'd come over here with a big boot, and I'd just, yoink! That was me. Doosh. Anyway, let my at-the-time girlfriend tattoo me. She did one across my shoulders, which turned out great. This time, we were going for a chess piece that she was interested in trying. I was supposed to be some abstract piece. I was supposed to be some abstract piece. It was supposed to be some abstract piece with some colour and a bunch of weird stuff. It turned out absolutely terrible. I basically have a line down the centre and another line across my nipples. I can just picture that. It's just like, doop, doop. And another line across my nipples. I don't even know how someone could cover it up, as it's all black. Sometimes you just can't do that. I'll tell you what, you could get some more lines, turn it into a big ass star. That'd be cool. Unless it's really wonky, in which case it will not be cool. One time I was asleep and suddenly woke up to the sound of wheezing coming from my parents' room. I got up to check on them. I still remember every step I took leading up to the door. My heart was pounding. Crazy thoughts poured through my mind. I feared the worst. I turned the knob. There in my parents' bed, I saw a large cigarette holding a knife to my dad's throat. Wait, this isn't a tattoo story. I screamed and called the police. Edit, I thought it said tobacco. Oh! What? That's awful. That is actually terrible. Sack this guy. Yeah, what does this have to do with the tattoo? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, someone tried to be a funny joke. Alright? Tattoo artist of Reddit, what is your worst client story? Okay, let's move on to that one because I feel like we've run out of that thread or whatever they're called on Reddit. I'm not an avid Reddit user, I can't lie. That one looks too long. Oh, I'm not fucking doing all that. I ain't reading all that. Sorry, I ain't reading all that. Not the worst, but still sticks for me. Let's have a go at this one because this one looks a little shorter and I won't fuck up on as many words. Not the worst, but still sticks with me. In 1995, my client had committed suicide. Oh my god, I should have read it first before I started doing a funny accent. In 1995, my client had committed suicide. In the grieving process, his 3 surviving sisters wanted to get tattooed by me to help connect with their brother who had passed. It was a weird day, not because of the request or the fact that I was doing memorial tattoos, but because you could feel the tension between the family. Client's death had prematurely brought these siblings together, and somehow spending the afternoon together in a tattoo shop, they started to forgive each other and their underlying resentments had started to wash away. It was really great to watch these adult children bond again. So lastly, I tattooed the new boyfriend of one of the sisters. He wasn't getting a memorial tattoo, he was getting a bullhead. This was the first time he had met the extended family. While I tattooed the boyfriend, the girls returned from shopping at the head shop next door. What's a head shop? They were showing off one of the shirts they bought while the boyfriend was in the chair. He saw a Nirvana shirt that the girls just purchased and said, hey, he blew his head off too. and I sat for 39 more minutes in complete discomfort. Nothing like trauma dumping on your tattoo artist is amazing. And that's gotta be so fucking awkward as well. Dump him. Actually dump him. No, dump him and then wear the t-shirt. But, oh god, that's awful. Yeah, I don't understand. It's such like a common thing for clients to just like start telling you their life story. And I get that you're like in pain and you just want to talk and talk and talk. You could talk about the weather. You could talk about normal stuff. Like, if I'm, you know, getting along really well with a client, I do not mind them telling me their life story. I'm like, yeah, we're vibing with, we fucking vibing right now, like, fair enough. When I was an apprentice though, and I was like 2 weeks in, and I'm doing a small tattoo that's gonna take me literally like less than 20 minutes, and in that 20 minutes, the person manages to tell me how their mum died, how their dad died, how half their family killed themselves, how their dog got hit by a car last week, how like they have no job and the job that they did work, they got abused or like something really bad happened to them. They just fully trauma dump an entire story of, you know, I can't really necessarily do anything to help with other than like console them. I feel like half of the job is being a therapist. That can be okay, like, that's fine. But, you know, like, catch the vibe with the tattoo artist before you just start fucking telling them everything that ever happened to you in your life. Telling me secrets and stuff, like, I actually feel really, like, appreciate when you guys tell me secrets when I'm tattooing you. I feel like it's, like, we got a bond, you know? it is a lot for people to handle, especially because I was an apprentice, like, when I'm, like, telling you about all this stuff. No, like, when they were telling me, like, the shit that happened, like, I'd be an apprentice and it'd be a small tattoo and I wouldn't think, like, I'd literally be like, oh, I just need to do this and then I'm gonna go for my lunch. And it's like, this person's like, yeah, my cat exploded. I'm like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? You sort of feel sad for the rest of the day because you've come on to do this job what you're really excited to do and, you know, work really hard and draw your dream drawings on people. All your designs and stuff are gonna go on people and you're practicing and you're learning. I get that some people need to talk about stuff, but there are other resources that you can talk to, and I know that it's nice to just talk to people and have that sort of like trust between someone. But if this is your first appointment with a tattoo artist, unless you sort of have that connection, which you should, fair enough, yap away. But if you don't, and it's just some like 18-year-old who is learning and this is like their first ever tattoo and you're just like, my car, all the wheels fell off and then I crashed into a family of 4 on the motorway. Dude, what the hell? Like, please don't tell me that. And it's like, I know a lot of stuff happens and I feel bad for people and sometimes people have no one to talk to and that is fine. So but I just think it's a little crazy. I've got to get my leg amputated next week. You're like, what? Oh, that's amazing. Like, you just don't know what to say. And I feel like it's harder on that. I feel like you can talk to people that you're comfortable with, but other than that, like, you won't just go to a stranger and do that. I won't go to the lady in Greg's and be like, I shit my pants this morning. She'd be like, I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't do that, by the way. Don't shit my pants. I shit your pants. Not an artist, but I spend a lot of time in shops. This one girl came in one day to get an outline for this absolutely massive back piece, wings or some shit. The artist who was doing the piece kept telling us how hot she is. Ugh! That's disgusting. That is actually disgusting. I'm sorry if you fancy your clients. That is weird. Unless you're related to them. Unless you're dating them. I tattooed my boyfriend. That doesn't mean I fancy him though. I'm joking, obviously. But yeah, that's gross. Don't admit that to people either if you do. Like, just keep it to yourself or let them get tattooed by someone else. And how excited he is to do it. She comes in and she is gorgeous. Okay, slay, ma. She takes off her shirt completely and unhooks her bra. The artist shoots us all this creeper grin. That's disgusting. And then he starts his first line. The girl starts full on screaming. Screaming or creaming? I've never heard anything like it. Just a continuous scream the entire time the needle is touching her skin. Then every 10 seconds she would decide she'd had enough and without warning she would try wiggle away. Each time the artist would almost fuck up the line and freak out. Cut to she's crying, she's topless on the ground. Girl, we've all been there. I've been crying topless on the ground before. Not in public, but just, you know, in the shower maybe. With the artist screaming about how he's never going to be able to finish. And if, oh God, finish in what way? I hope she means time. And if she doesn't stop, he's kicking her out. He barely finished a single feather. The girl promises to be better and lays down. The guy starts the gun again. It's not a gun, it's a machine. You're not shooting her in the head, you're giving her a tattoo. And it's about to start when she lets off another scream. He hasn't even touched her yet. He slowly takes off the gloves, packs up his kit and tells the girl to get the fuck out. Right! That is insane. That is crazy. So he fancies her for a start. That's bad. Don't get tattooed by someone who fancies you. It's weird. And also, don't be the artist that fancies the clients. It's gross. Like I said, it's disgusting. But if you are in a lot of pain with your tattoo, there are different measures you can take. Numbing cream is a thing. Think about that. Think about doing it in sessions rather than like, you know, if you know that you can't sit for a full day, do it in sessions. You don't have to sit for a full day. No one's making you sit for a full day. It might be a deal where it's like, oh, it's cheaper if you sit for a full day. It's this. Whatever. It doesn't matter. If you want the tattoo, you get the tattoo and you do it in the way that's going to help you the most. Because I would rather someone be honest with me and be like, oh, I'm really bad with tattoos. Like, I find it really painful. And then we can take all the measures to make sure that you get your tattoo and you're happy with it. And that I'm not like chasing you around because you fucking can't sit for it. But also, I don't want to put you in so much pain that, you know, you're not having an enjoyable experience. I like to sit there. I like them to be chilled out. I like them to have snacks, drinks, whatever. Just chatting away. Or if you don't want to talk, put your headphones on. And I'll play my music and everything's fine and dandy. We don't have to talk. 90% of the time, I don't have a lot to talk about. I'm a professional yapper. But sometimes I come in and I'm mute. I'm actually mute. I'm like... And that's fine, you know? We're all human. Things do hurt. Some people have worse pain tolerances. It's not your fault. But there are things that you can do to make it easier for both of you. And I'd never understand the people that will not do that for themselves. I was in a shop with a friend who was getting some dumb nautical stars tattooed around his elbow. He was standing up and getting the stencils lined up properly, and he locked his knees out. He hadn't eaten anything all day and promptly passed out, smashing his forehead on the counter on the way down. He bled everywhere and then badmouthed the shop like crazy because he was embarrassed, because apparently it was their fault that he can't stand without nearly killing himself. We're not friends any longer. He was definitely the artist's worst client. That's actually crazy. And he's not even got the fucking stencils on. He's not even been tattooed and he passed out. You need to eat before a tattoo. You need to, like, not drink heavily the night before. There's stuff that you can do, like I said, that makes it easier for you. So why would you not make it easier for yourself? It just doesn't make sense. And then him badmouthing the studio because he fell over is crazy. It's not their fault that he fucking fell over. I'm not obligated to catch you if you pass out. I will. I'm not obligated to. Like, if I turn around for a second, you're on the floor. How is that my fault? How is that my fault? So I think that's crazy. I worked in a shop for nearly 10 years and only had to throw out a couple of people. Dude came in with his girlfriend and 16-year-old daughter. He decides on what he wants, runs to the gas station before getting started. While the artist was doing the thing, the guy would have his girlfriend bring his drink for him so he could take a couple sips. He was also talking about pimping her out after he got his tattoo because he wanted to recoup his costs. This seemed a little awkward with the teen right there, but whatever. Weird. By the way, tattoo artists aren't therapists. They usually... Oh! No, that's not true though. We don't judge you as much as any other stranger you meet. And that's not... Yeah, not because you're giving us money. It's not about the money. It's about doing the art that you want to do and being able to sustain yourself with it. So I guess it is a little bit about the money, but not necessarily about the money. I was going to say tattoo artists are not therapists, so I cannot give you advice. If you come and tell me that your boyfriend, like, got your friend a new pool when you were the one that really wanted a pool, I cannot give you advice. I will try, but I wouldn't take it. So he's working on plans to pimp out his girlfriend and keeps sipping on his drink every few minutes. About halfway through, he starts saying the tattoo doesn't look right. Artist explains that's because it isn't finished. No. He becomes more belligerent, and it hits me that he isn't just drinking soda, so I tell her he can't take him any more drinks. Oh, right, okay. The artist is pissed, but just wants to finish the piece, and the dude is getting more pissed each time I remind him that he isn't getting any more to drink while he's in our shop. Finally, with a half-finished tattoo, he decides to let us know that he's going to kick all of our asses. I think he went for his drink first because he walked out into the lobby area and was walking around while I grabbed the womping stick. What the hell is a whomping stick? And help the artist run out and lock the door. The guy is outside yelling while the artist is on the phone with the cops. Girlfriend is saying she feels like we're kidnapping her, and the teen is obviously very embarrassed and occasionally mumbling that everyone is stupid. Explain to the girlfriend that she can leave, but dude isn't coming back without getting his wig split. So we let her out and the guy wandered around the corner. I apologise to the teen on the way out for her unfortunate home life. Dude would occasionally call us to let us know he's coming back to shoot us all, but after a few weeks that stopped. Okay. If my client got up for any reason and said he was going to kick my ass, I'd just kick his ass. What you gonna do? Hit a woman? Anyway, that is crazy. Never drink alcohol if you get a tattoo because it thins your blood out, makes you delusional, and you stink. It smells bad, and you just shouldn't do it. You shouldn't be under the influence when you're getting a tattoo because you'll just decide on something really bad. And I'll tattoo it on you. I'll tattoo the really bad thing as a reminder not to drink alcohol while you're getting tattooed. Years ago when I tattooed at this shop I worked at, Friday night around midnight. Shop closed at 2 a.m. A man comes in with some friends and one woman. Guys, oh my fucking god. Guy is hanging all over this woman and mostly pretty tipsy, not drunk. Nothing new for a late Friday night. Guy wants to tattoo this woman's name Brandy on his dick. I can't believe I just said the word dick. We all say no. He's pretty adamant he's not leaving without getting that tattoo. Shop owner's son says he will do it for double the cost. Flat rate of $125. Guy agrees, gets his tattoo, the woman loves it, they leave. That is awful. That is actually disgusting. I would never tattoo someone's genitalia. I'm sorry, I cannot do that. And I can't believe I just said genitalia as well. I would never tattoo a dick. Sorry. I'd tattoo a dick on someone, but not something on a dick. If that makes sense. Unless the guy's name's Richard, and then I tattoo on Dick, because Dick is short for Richard, right? Next morning, get to the shop around 10 to open up and starts cleaning the place. Guy from last night is outside pacing in front of the shop. We walk up, he starts telling us how badly he needs us to cover that tattoo up. Tell him we can't do, the location is too sensitive, we need to heal before we do anything, it'd look like ground beef. That is true. You have to wait till tattoos heal if you're gonna touch more. Sorry, that's just how it works. Doesn't care, needs it done ASAP. Ask why. Dude was getting married later that day and the girl from the night before, the one whose name was on his junk, was a stripper for his bachelor party. And that's why you don't get tattooed intoxicated. Also, that's disgusting. She needs to leave him. Sorry. She needs to leave him. That's disgusting. If I was going to tattoo her next, I'd be like, Queen, come over here. I'll be your therapist today because I need to hear the ins and outs. I do like it. I feel like I'm a little bit nosy as well. So like when you all tell me stories and stuff, like in a good way, not in like a, oh my god, tell me, oh my god, tell me. More in like a, oh my god, that's such a fun story. We use Vaseline to help the needle glide over the skin and to stop the ink from spreading over the stencil and surface of the skin. I keep the Vaseline on the back of my hand whilst I tattoo with my, on the back of my left hand whilst I tattoo with my right. Oh, I do the same thing. You like, client reaches across, dabs her goddamn motherfucking finger in my Vaseline, then proceeds to moisturise her lips. You know that has been touching the blood and the shit and the stuff. Whatever. I was too stunned to say anything other than look up and slowly shake my head whilst in the calmest voice is saying, no, we don't do that. Yeah, fair enough. I'd be fuming. Imagine like you just tattooing this, someone goes, yoink. It's a really bad idea. That's a really bad idea. I'm gonna do like one more. Maybe. And then we'll call it a day because when I edit this it'll be shorter, fair enough. Not a tattoo artist, but I was getting the outlines of my sleeve being finished when I noticed this average, normal looking dude. Imagine being described as that. Average, normal looking dude. It's kind of boring. Just say he's boring. That twitching while being tattooed. The artist then became noticeably uncomfortable. About 5 minutes later, full stop for some reason, later, I shit you not, the dude shat himself. Well, I shit you true, because he shat himself while getting a back piece. He was too scared to ask for the bathroom, sat through the whole ordeal. Do not be scared to ask for the toilet. Don't shit your pants. I've been farted on before while I was tattooing. I was like, okay. It's just awkward. Like, that is disgusting. Because now that's... It is not a sanitary environment anymore. Imagine all the other clients sat in there, just getting a faint whiff of shit right now. Oh, what's that delicious, disgusting smell? It's just a big poo in the pants. Oh, that's disgusting. But hang on a minute. This guy's name is Poos18. Is he the average normal looking dude? And is he just talking about himself? Let's see the replies. How is pooping your pants less embarrassing than saying you gotta go to the bathroom? Every single person alive does it. What the fuck? Use a bathroom. Yeah. Yeah, obviously. It's all about miscalculations. First it's, nah, I don't need to go. Second it's, I can wait, and then I can power through, and then if I try and move, then I'll lose it, and then you've shat yourself in a tattoo parlour. That is not true. If I need to go poo, I'll just go to the toilet. And also, I don't poo, I'm a woman. Women don't poop. They just shout out roses and stuff like that. We don't poo, we squirt. A lasting reminder etched into your skin for the time you publicly shit yourself. God damn. Yeah, imagine explaining that story when you get home. You're like, oh, I went to the tattoo artist today, and you just come home smelling of shit. Smelling of poo-poo. Is that poo-poo? Oh god, that's so terrible. Tattoo? More like shadow or tet-poo. Whatever. Yeah, fair enough. That was kind of funny. Relevant username. Exactly, that's what I said. Okay, we got another one. I was giving blood and did something similar, not poop related, but they had my arm on the heating pad. It felt a little too hot, but not unbearable. I hate needles. No way I'm moving any muscle on that arm for a little discomfort. Later that day, arm itches, scratch off the yet undetected 2/4 side-by-side size blister. I swear it had a full cup of fluid in there. Then the next day I went to a primer show thinking I may just get a little rowdy. Stopped at a Walgreens across the street, got a pack of large band-aids. Didn't realise I got the medicated bandages, but didn't think it would be bad. When I took the bandage off about 6 hours later, brown lumpy gravies were, ugh, that's disgusting. Don't call it brown lumpy gravy, is what drained off of it. It had also pulled beneath the bandage and drained out from my arm onto my long sleeves. Didn't notice because, you know, Les Claypool was playing bass. That is not a good enough excuse. The blister became a huge grey-brown scab that would get soggy in the shower or while sweating slide off my arm like a bloody pussy snail. Bloody pussy snail. 1 out of 10 would not recommend. And then someone put, I'm not paying $200 an hour for a bathroom break. Well, maybe you shouldn't go to a tattoo artist that charges by the hour then. I say what I said. Yeah, I think we're going to leave it at that because that was disgusting and we actually went off of tattoos for a second because of how disgusting that was. I can't get over the brown pussy snail. Is that what it's... the bloody pussy snail. The bloody pussy snail! I was like a really British person talking about a vagina snail. The bloody pussy snail. That sounds like the fucking Harry Potter guy, I'm guessing, because he's British. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, you know where the like and the subscribe button is. Just give it a little tap. Give it a little tickle. Give it a little tickle if you will. And that's it for today, folks. This week, and this week only. I know I said I was going to post 2 videos last week. I had a bit of a rough week, okay? So I didn't. What are you going to do about it? Absolutely nothing. Send me your tattoo horror stories, whether it be you're an artist and you've got a tattoo horror story, or if you are a client and you've got a horror story, like your tattoo artist pooed their pants, you know, or pooed your pants. If my tattoo artist pooed my pants, I'd be, to be fair, it'd be a good excuse. I'd be like, you know the guy that shit himself? I'd be like, you shit in my pants. Anyway, that's a really bad joke.